Hi everyone, I'm John, health coach here. Today I have a special guest here with me, Jansen Yo. Jansen Yo is a strength and conditioning coach. He has worked with many national athletes and he has a fitness studio called Constant Co. Okay, so Jansen, I read about your interview in World of Buzz. You were already very obese at age 12 onwards, age 14, right? And you have high blood pressure as well. So can you talk about your journey of how you've become where you are today?
I am no exception. I was not born with good genetics. I was not born with a six-pack. I was not born looking very ripped. As a matter of fact, I love eating in Malaysia, and I can share with you what I love right now. I love Maggi mee. So simple, right, John? So I remember when I was young and I was 12 and growing up, I would not eat any form of carbs except Maggi mee itself. So, and I'll cry and I'll complain, and that was the start of what made me put on a lot of weight. And from that point on, being diagnosed with high blood pressure, that caused a lot of trouble in my life as a teenager because of my young hypertension. From that whole point onwards, I had to be hospitalized quite often because of the checkups, because they need to run a lot of tests on my body. At the age of 14, I learned the value of health at a young age. In the hospital, in the government hospital, I've seen people at the end of their lives because of the choices that they made when they were healthy. So with that experience and with that knowledge in mind, it has taught me to value my health, to make sure that I take ownership of my health to be where I am today. So with that whole experience, that is the whole main purpose of Constant, is to help people who want to kickstart their health, want to help people that will want to change their lifestyle, and most importantly, to empower people to take ownership of their fitness and their health.
In terms of getting healthy and taking action, so you have been starting to have this being more aware of your health at a very young age. So you are very determined to change your life, to take action. But why some of us, we find that it's so hard to change and just take action?
That's $1 million question, John, because many of us here want to change. But sadly, the way how us humans work, if you look at history, if you look at how things sort of happen in terms of human behaviors, it's only when we go through a certain level of pain and we feel pain, then only we will change. But certain mistakes, we can't turn back time. So even if you have all the money in the world, you can't buy back time, you can't buy back things that has already happened to your body. Even though you can buy a kidney, you can buy a heart, you can buy a liver, you can buy whatever you want, even if you have all the money in the world. But that doesn't mean that you can still replace it, you know? So the main core essence is your why. What is your why? What is your purpose? My why is pretty simple. I want to make sure at the age of 40, 50, 60, 70, I'm physically independent. I want to make sure that I am not a burden to my family, and I want to make sure that I'm still able to do the things that I love as I age. That is my why. And when you have a very strong why, that will keep you going irregardless of the circumstances, ups and downs in life.
That is so true, your why. I always tell people, find your big why, because if your why is not strong enough, it's hard for you to push through. Sometimes our why is too shallow. We say we want to have six-pack, we want to look great, we want to look nice on the beach. I think that's not a very strong why for you to pursue health. So that is very important why, find your big why. There's so many definitions of health. What is your definition of health?
My definition of health is being well in my spirit, being well in my mind, being well in my heart. And then lastly, also being well physically as well. Because without the physical essence, everything will also crumble. So it has to be a balance between your heart, mind, body and your soul to be healthy holistically. And as we dig in deeper and deeper into health, we get to see a lot of people who are going through a stressful period. If you have gone through maybe a traumatic experience in your life, whatever it may be, these experiences are eternal. And sometimes, even myself, we manifest that physically by doing things like either I drink, either I eat this particular food. Like I know if I'm stressed, I will go for my Maggi goreng. But I am aware of that, and I know after that I need to change certain things. Let's say I know if I've eaten something that is higher in calories, I know that I need to watch out what to do next. But the thing is, if you know your intention, if you know your why in doing certain things, you will have a clearer perspective of your health because you know your intention. I think that is the first thing that will dictate how you see your health holistically, when you know how to look at things at a deeper perspective.
Thank you. So a lot of us have a very distorted view on our body image. And how serious do you think that is, and how does it affect us towards our goal?
So John, I've shared with you that I used to be obese for about 3-4 years of my life, and because of that, your skin will be stretched. Though I've lost weight and I have trained and built my body up a bit, but there are certain things in my life that I can't change. that's my loose skin. So even for me, I do struggle with that as well in terms of my own confidence, because no matter how hard I work out, no matter how much I've tried to change my body, I know that I can't change myself unless I go for a tummy tuck, which is a surgery, and it costs a lot of money. But as I struggle with that, I ask myself, why am I letting my loose skin affect how I think about who I am? Why can't I be grateful of who I used to be and what I am right now? And as you begin to think on what you have and you focus on that, then your perspective will change. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, what I want to get, and you start to develop this habit of being very ungrateful, and that's where you will feel unfulfilled. That's where you will desire to be a bit more greedy. So you want more things. I want a six-pack, I want this, I want that. There's nothing wrong with having a six-pack, but does having a six-pack make you fulfilled? So that's why, you know, you have people with pear-shaped body, with apple-shaped body, with many kinds of body. And you know what? Be happy with what is given to you, because you will find people, sometimes you don't have limbs, you don't have arms, you're born with a certain type of disease, but at least for us here, I'm happy that I at least have a pair of arms, pair of legs, and I have a healthy body. I believe that if there is any circumstances to how this will interfere with our goal, it's not because of our body, it's because of our mindset. If we let our mindset dictate, because for example, oh, I have this loose skin, I can't do this, or because I'm shorter, because I'm taller, because I'm this and that, and you start giving excuses to what you want to achieve, the limiting factor is you. You are interfering with your own goals. So there are certain things that we can't change in our body. Like for example, for myself, yes, I can change my loose skin, but do I want to? Do I need to? I've come to a conclusion that I don't need to, because I can be real and honest with you that this is something that I'm still struggling with. But moving forward, I hope that at least whatever that I've been through can become a testimony that having a six-pack, looking perfect is not definition on health, but rather, first thing first again, doing your why, being grateful for what you have, and then doing your best.
That's so true, because a lot of us think of our self-worth based on the numbers on the scales, or based on how you look in front of the mirror. In fact, your self-worth is nothing at all related to that. So that is very true for what Jansen has shared. You have worked with many people, from athletic people to just normal common people. So you know, athletic people, they like to compete in the competition. They have a lot of very strong motivation. How do you motivate and encourage normal people like us that goes to work 9 to 5 to pursue health and to be active?
The first thing that I would encourage you to do is go to the hospital. Seriously, go to the hospital. You go to the ICU units. You go to the dialysis area. So people are motivated out of two things. They are motivated out of fear or out of love. So why parents will go out their way for their children? Why parents will give their all for their children? Because parents love their children. Love is one of the biggest motivation factor in driving humans. But at the same time, fear of what we perceive of the challenges that you're going to face. How would I encourage people to start making healthier choices in their lives? It is up to you to dictate either you want to be driven out of fear or out of love. But I would always encourage people to be driven out of love, because you love your children, because you love your family, and because you love yourself enough that you want to give yourself a good life after you have worked so hard and enjoy retirement, and you need to have a good body. So out of love, you act out of that, so that when you retire, you decide that, okay, I want to enjoy my life and I need to have a good body, and you do it out of love. But if you want to look at the reality of life, in due time, everyone of us here will leave this planet Earth. This body is only temporary here. The easiest way on how you can see is go to the hospital. Seriously, go to the hospital. Look at what people have to go through there, and you talk to people. What are things that they have gone through, and what are the choices that they have made that has led them to where they are, and what would they have changed if they are given a second chance? And you start to realize that these are things that we can also change. When we see real things, what people have to go through, we will start to appreciate what we have. I don't want to sound very negative, but the reality of the fact is I have personally experienced and seen in the hospital for a long time, and I am partially driven out of fear. But at the same time, if you need to change, sometimes you need to see the reality of things because of consequences.
Yeah, so go to the hospital and get some sort of fear in a good way and be driven out of love. Because sometimes a lot of us, we take so many things for granted, and just walk to the shop to buy your favorite food, that's actually a pleasurable thing, such a blessing for us to walk around, to move around. So don't take things for granted and be grateful. So there are thousands of diets out there. I'm sure people will ask you, Jansen, what is the best diet for me to follow? What is the best diet for me to lose fat? And there's like Atkins, keto, paleo diet, like vegan diet, whatever. Do you think diet works?
So if you look at all these diet Atkins, keto, low-fat diet, whatever diet it is, the main principle is whenever that we choose to exercise, whenever that we choose to watch our food, it has to be based on principles. We have to make sure that, number one, we understand how things work and we understand what is the end goal of what we are trying to achieve. All these diets are your how do I want to get there? But if you don't know what you want to achieve, no matter how you have planned, you still don't know what you want, then what's the point of doing it? So here is why what is the end goal of all this diet is to put your body in a state of calorie deficit. Meaning, if you want to lose weight, for example, I need 2,500 calories a day. And in order for me to lose weight, for example, maybe 0.500 grams to 1 kg a week, I will need to be in a calorie deficit of about 300 to 500 calories, depending on how much results I want to get. So if you look at every single diet listed down here, the main principle is to help you to be in a state of calorie deficit and to help you to lose weight. But there's an issue. There's an issue that I will ask my members, my clients, when they talk to me about this is this sustainable for you? So someone has asked me about, have you watched this new vegan diet thing, Game Changer? So it speaks about this whole vegan diet thing, and I don't want us to be in a position to tell you what you can or cannot do. But I would rather ask you questions. Why are you going to go for a vegan diet? But for me personally, I will ask myself, can I sustain a vegan diet? I will say no, because I don't have the resources available and to get access to this whole vegan diet. So what can I do then? I make sure I eat normally and I'm aware of the quantity that I'm eating, and that is how I can then lose weight. Most of the time, irregardless of what diet you've been through, for example, this keto diet, they will focus a lot on no carbs, high fat, right? But if you're not careful in terms of the quantity, it will not help you to lose weight because the amount of calories is still high. So ultimately, just eat a balanced diet, consult someone that's qualified to go through with you and to understand your habits, to understand your resources, and choose what is best for you.
I have a lot of people ask, okay, I know I need to exercise more, I need to eat balanced diet, I need to be in a state of calorie deficit in order to lose weight, but easier said than done. So why do you think that everyone will just have the knowledge here, but why is it so hard for us to execute what we know?
Two things. One is fear of the unknown. I don't know what I'm gonna get from changing. People are reluctant to change. So when they start to change, their habits will change, their lifestyle will change, the way how they do things will change. And most often, that is why people get complacent because they are scared of change. I am in a routine already. I am not too sure how my life will be after I make a few changes. And that's why some people, they don't want to do it. Another spectrum of why people want to change is they are just plain ignorant. I'll just put it out there. No sugarcoating here, I'll be a bit blunt. But if I know that you are ignorant, you're giving an excuse, then I'll just put it there. Most of the time, it's either they are fearful of what effort they need to make, or most people, they are just ignorant.
That's so true. Because a lot of people, when they have this fear, even though the current situation they are in right now is not so good, okay, they are overweight, but to get healthier is still a fear there because they have been so comfortable with being obese or being overweight and blaming themselves every day. They are so comfortable with that state. To be in a better state, there's also a fear. What happens if I get better? Something is different. When something is different, there is a fear there. So that's why I see a lot of people, they have this thing that is pulling them back even to get better. So people like to be comfortable in the state of uncomfortable. When it comes to weight loss and getting healthier, what mistakes do you often see in your clients and what do you wish they know earlier?
What I wish people would know sooner is that you can't buy back your health when your health is in a state of depreciation. If let's say I drink a lot to de-stress, I drink 2-3 times a week to de-stress. No, I'll be fine, I can just lose weight again. But it's not as easy, You see on Instagram, you see on social media, people that do a 6 weeks challenge, 7 weeks challenge, whatever, 30 days challenge, and it looks so good. If I can do that to all my clients, I'll be making a lot of money. But the reality is, not every one of us here are gifted in that manner, in the sense of what kind of resources we have. There are 3 types of body type: your ectomorph, your mesomorph, and your ectomorph. That is number 1. Number 2, your genetic build-up will also dictate how you look like. Like for example, this is our bicep here, right? So some of us here, our bicep will end here. And here. So there are different build-ups for our whole body, and that will also dictate how effective we are in weight loss and how good we will look and the amount of effort that we will need. What I wish that people would know sooner is If you go into a state of practicing bad habits, I'm very comfortable by bad habits really, and I want to change, and they think change is easy, and this is I'll share now that change takes time. Sometimes change will make you uncomfortable, and it's going to be tough, and you won't get it instantly. So that is what I hope people will know lah.
When you change, it's so important to have the right support around you, the right accountability, so that you are changing towards something better. You don't freak out when you are changing into something better. So that's very important as well. What is the most important mindset to have, in your opinion, when we want to lose weight and to get healthy?
The most important mindset that I would say is don't compare. Don't compare yourself with other people.
Okay.
Look at where you started, look at where you've come, and you compare yourself based on that. When we compare ourselves to what we don't have, for example, let's say John has a nice Ferrari, I'm very envy of John. And I keep comparing with John, you know. We are living in a world whereby it's so much comparison. You know why? You go into social media, you go to Facebook, you go into all these news outlets, you look into beauty products. They will portray a very beautiful woman, a perfect human with the product. So it's implying that you take my product, you look like me. I was going through a journalism documentary about what's happening in India. So in India, as you know, they're all darker skin tone, and how beauty companies use the circumstances of the culture and they promote their skin products, their whitening products. What they are saying is, you take my product, you look fairer, your employment rate goes up. I'm like, that's messed up, man. You're letting your color dictate who you are. You're letting your appearance dictate what you can or cannot achieve. That shouldn't happen. Even for us to be healthy, you know. Of course, some people, perhaps they will look better because of their hard work. Perhaps some people, they're a bit more overweight and they want to lose weight and they compare themselves with people that are really healthy, then that's very tough. I will feel discouraged.
Yes.
So the only thing that I would encourage for you to have is to look at where you've come, to plan where you want to be, and be grateful in the process and enjoy the process.
Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this interview with Jansen. Remember, what he said is so true, that your mindset is very important. Don't compare yourself with others. Look how far you have come and your journey of where you want to go. Find out your big why. Why do you want to do this? And last but not least is money can't buy health. If you'd like to know more about this Fitness Studio Constant Co, I'll share the link down below. Come and drop by. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. If you need any help, feel free to drop a message and just leave a comment below. So see you next time. Bye.